Hi, Sue.
Hi, Miranda. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me. So you have a makeup school/course. In making that a success, what have your struggles been and how have you overcome those struggles?
Yeah, so I personally have been a makeup artist for 17 years, and about 7 years ago, I left being a full-time freelancer and actually went and taught Diploma of Specialised Makeup for a leading RTO. And I did that for 4 years, and what I kind of really felt when I left that was that while the official education really is great with teaching students technique, skills, so they come out being able to do makeup really well, it doesn't adequately prepare them for being a freelancer and being an entrepreneur. So that's where I kind of decided to step in, and that is where my struggle has been, is getting my prospective students to really understand that difference between being an artist, being a creative, and being an entrepreneur. Because as a freelancer, obviously you need to be an entrepreneur, and often it's making that mindset shift to going from a creative or from an employee or whatever they have been in the past to being an entrepreneur. And we know that whole mindset in psychology is so much a part of success. I think Tony Robbins says, 80% of your success is dependent on your mindset or your psychology. So it's just, for me, it's been getting my message right so that I can build my following and really, I guess, get people to know what they don't know. So, we sometimes we don't know what we don't know. So I guess that's been my biggest struggle.
I can definitely relate to that because I used to be a freelance makeup artist.
Okay.
And I struggled with marketing myself as a business, and I was doing all the wrong things, like putting ads in the phone book and all that sort of thing. This was sort of when internet was just sort of starting. So I guess that would have helped out back then, being more on the internet. And I treated it more as a hobby. And we're taking on all these free jobs when I should have been more focused as a business. So, I would have, I would have needed that guidance back then because I was doing all the wrong things. So,
and a lot of people are, but they don't realize they're doing the wrong things because we kind of see what other people are doing, and they're doing all the beautiful makeup and creating pretty pictures and posting them on Instagram and everything, but that's kind of really, it's what I call passive marketing. And, you need to kind of be a little bit more active. So it's just, in my part, it's really helping my students and other makeup artists understand the difference, of what they can actually do to actively go out and get more clients.
Definitely. Who inspires you and why?
Gosh, I'm inspired by so many people, and often it's the everyday people who have overcome an adversity in their life. So I'm so blessed and fortunate in my job still as a makeup artist. A lot of the work that I do, I work with everyday people who have extraordinary stories. Now, that can be someone who's sitting in my chair at a wedding, or it could be someone who's sitting in my chair because their story is going to be told on TV or in a magazine or something like that. So I really love human stories. So, any normal person. But I guess if you're looking at, mentors and icons and what have you, there are, again, a lot of people. So I follow a lot of people who are really proactive in the business world. I mean, Tony Robbins has been a big influence on my life for well over 20 years. More recently, it's online marketing experts, so people like Marie Forleo and Amy Porterfield. But I really love, particularly because so many of my audience are women, I really love learning more and more about the heart-centered way of doing business. And Tash Corbin has been an amazing mentor of mine over the last year or so, I guess. And she really inspires me. So, and I think it's just that whole, go-giver mentality of actually, providing value, which is, of course, the best way to market yourself.
Okay. So what are you working on personally?
So Personally, so you mean like me personally or in my business?
With your school and your course.
Yeah. So I have my signature program that I have at the moment is called Business Boost, and the launch for the next intake finishes today, actually. So I've got students who are starting on that tomorrow. The next thing I'm going to be working on is building a membership. So this is for my students who have graduated through that course, and other students will be able to come in from outside as well. And it'll just be a real like-minded community. So that's kind of something I have planned for later this year. Yeah.
Is there anyone that you can think of that would like to join me on my podcast?
Oh gosh, look, there's a lot of other makeup and creative entrepreneurs, I think, out there, and I think it's a really exciting time. And I think the whole online education, particularly in the makeup field, is a really new thing. You know, kind of when I thought about starting this about 2 years ago, I looked around to see who was doing it, and that, you know, there's not really very many people. Dawn Rose is another amazing educator. She teaches the business side as well. She's based in Melbourne. Martha Mock in Sydney does some pretty amazing stuff. Peter Gay, and I think she commented on your post. She's an amazing educator as well. So, you know, that's just a couple that I can think of off the top of my head who are doing similar stuff to what I'm doing, you know, teaching more of that kind of business side. On the actual makeup side, oh my gosh, we have a wealth of incredible educators here in Australia. And it's, you know, you could go every month to a makeup masterclass. So we're really, really fortunate with the high level of education that we have out there. And a lot of those educators are just freelancers that have created their own education programs. Obviously, when you're teaching technique and skill, it's a lot more hands-on. So it's a little bit different to what I do.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you for joining me. It's been nice chatting to you, Sue.
My absolute pleasure. It's been lovely chatting to you too.
Okay, bye for now.
Okay, bye-bye.